Hey guys, so this is going to be our first Nearpod where I'm actually teaching you tomorrow's lesson. This lesson is 5-5, so Unit 5, Lesson 5, and it is all about the number e and the natural log. So I can determine when to use natural log in problems involving e. This is a huge topic on the Regents exam. Really, really important that not only we can convert between these two forms, the number e, we'll get into that in a minute, and the natural log, they are just like exponentials and logs. We will have to convert between the two forms, but additionally, we will also need to solve them the same way that we would solve exponentials and logs. So first, let's get some notes down. This is on page 23 in your packet. So the first thing is, what is e? E, it seems to be just a variable, but it actually represents a specific number. It's a mathematical constant, similar to pi, where pi is a symbol, but it represents an irrational number, 3.14159, and so on. E is very similar to that. E is an irrational number with an approximate value of 2.71828. Since it's irrational, remember that means that it goes on and on forever. And that's why we use the symbol E. All right, please make sure we're getting these notes copied down. Now, in the calculator, to use E, we would have to press second and then LN. And right above the LN button, which is on the left side, you'll see a symbol e to the x power. E will be our base. So when you type that in, you'll get the base e, and then you'll be able to input whatever power you want to raise it to. E often occurs as the base, like we just said, for exponential and log functions using real-world scenarios. Now, the inverse of the exponential base e is a log. Just like of any other exponential, the inverse is a log. But when the base is e, the inverse is called the natural log. Okay, so just write this down in your notes. And the natural log, we use the button LN. That's what this button for the E comes from. And they go together because they're inverses. So they're found in the same place on the calculator even. So this natural log are log functions with a base E. So technically it could be written as log base E. All right, but since this is a special log, we call it the natural log, and we can use the LN button, which is what we will be using. All right, now converting between the two forms, so exponential and logarithmic or natural log, okay, is just like we did with our regular exponentials and logs. Okay, we are going to do our log loop. I'm going to zoom in a second. Just if you need to pause it to get the notes down, do that. I am going to show you some examples here. We are still going to be using our log loop to convert between forms. And remember, the base is the base. So we always start at the base. Now, this is technically exponential, and our base is e. So we need to convert this to log form. So log base e, right? The base is the base, of 24 equals x. And then we just said that log base e is our special natural log. So ln, we could rewrite this as ln of 24 equals x. You're never going to leave a log with the base e. We're always going to then convert that into the natural log. Okay? Now let's look right below that. We're going to go in the reverse order. It's starting as a log, in this case, the natural log, right? And we need to write this in exponential form. So remember that ln is really the same as log base e. So if it helps you, you can rewrite it. But really, we just want to kind of remember that ln uses a base e. Okay, so I'll show you one with rewriting it, and then I'll show you the second example without rewriting it. Start at the base. Remember, the base is the base. So if the e is the base of my log, then e is going to be my base of my exponential. E to the, loop around, we get our 58th power. Come back, and the argument of this log is our answer. Okay. So I'm going to do 2 more. I'm going to do 3 and 6. All right, and then you guys are going to do 2 and 5. So just pay attention to what we're doing here. No matter which form we're in, we're starting at the base. So my base is e. That tells me that I'm not going to use a regular log, but I'm just using ln. And then it's assumed that the base is e. So natural log of 72. Come back around, and it equals my exponent, which is x plus 5. Now, if it helps, you totally can rewrite it as log base e if you'd like. Generally, it is preferred if you see an e or an ln that we just automatically go to its corresponding inverse. So with e, instead of writing log e, we just do ln. And with ln, instead of writing it in log e, we just go right to our e for our base. Okay, let's do one more example, number 6. Now again, we're going in the reverse form. We're starting as a log. Remember, this technically is a base e. You can rewrite it if you choose to, but it's really not necessary. Start at the base. The base e is the base of my exponent. Loop around to the 32nd power. Come back around, and the entire argument of my log, just like we would use the entire exponent, the entire argument of my log is my answer. Okay, and they're not asking us to solve it here. This is just practice converting. Okay, so I want you guys to do 2 and 5. So start at your base, do your loop, write this in natural log form. Okay, same thing here. Start at the log, write this in exponential form. Remember that the base will be e.